I'm an architect. That's my profession. I graduated as an architect in the University College of Nairobi, which was then part of the University of East Africa. On the 10th of December 1970, that's when I graduated. I joined the AAK as a corporate member on 10th February 1972 and became elected as a member of the Fellows of Architecture Association of Kenya on 2nd of November 2001. The biggest lesson I've learned about the profession is that, and this is quite common knowledge, is that you have to work very hard, both at college during training, that way you have these sleepovers, and have diligence, honesty, hard work, and attention to detail as principles of your life. Too often we forget these things and get carried away by other things. The biggest lesson I've learned in my long life as an architect, and really, I've been in practice for over 40 years, I can say to you, from the time I got registered as an architect. I started my practice back in 1972, 71, and so I've really learned a lot about the profession, how to go about it, pitfalls, successes. I've had all those. So the virtues I'm talking about of integrity, honesty, diligence, hard work are very, very dear to my heart. I can tell you that for a fact. And I think they are valuable to any professional in this area. And one of the things I really would like to urge our fellow professionals, young and old, is to uphold those virtues. You can't go wrong. There are things that have happened in the recent past of other values that we bring in, but I'm not going to that. People talk of corruption, this kind of thing. That's common knowledge now. Everybody's kind of talking town, which I think is very sad, but I don't want to go into that now. Everybody's talking about it. But let me say, for starters, it's a very, very sad practice, and it's ruined our careers, ruined our profession, and most importantly, it ruined, and it continues to ruin, our young people. I've been practicing that long, and I got to realize one of the things that we really needed, in addition to the values that I gave earlier, is the training of the architect. There used to be a time when an architect was trained with the pride, came out as a complete professional, and applied those attributes of honesty, hard work, a lot. I have watched as those standards go down, and whereas you can be corrupt and do all sorts of funny things, as long as you are well trained, you have a chance of walking your head up. Training has become eroded by the things that we think are more acceptable, more beneficial to us, one of which is corruption, laziness, lack of honesty, all those kinds of things. If you don't mind, therefore, I'd like to talk a bit about training. We are now at NIT, and I wish you could flip around and see some of the things we're doing around here. Now, what you're looking at now is the main building of the Nairobi Institute of Technology. We're in the main campus. If you swing around, you see some of our students working upstairs, wherever. Now, in my search for complete training of young people, not necessarily at architect level, but lower, I founded the Nairobi Institute of Technology back in 1997 to train technicians or assistants to architects. Over the time, we've had lots of successes. We even taught degrees, and we're very grateful for Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology through the School of Architecture there, we call it SUBS. They've joined us in passing on the education that I think we need. To date, we still work with them. But the important thing is, we seem to have slackened our training of architects, starting at the lower level, to all the way to the registration, to the practice, wherever. And that has been eroded further by those other things of corruption and laziness and dishonest, whatever. We need to train these young people to go back to what it takes to become a professional. And by this training, I'm talking of allied professionals like quantity surveying, engineering, the lot. Because we are lumped together as it should be, we should be working together. The result of all this is we do not take the profession as it should have been. We're not serious about our work, how you serve your clients, how you need to devote all your time, not just because for money, because it's gratifying to see your creation to fruition. And that has been noticed by the public, and they do not consider it as serious at all. Time was when you advise your client on a particular aspect, they took your word for it, they funded it, and everybody was happy. Today we don't do that. We get lots of trouble in the country. We don't seem to worry about building collapsing, development, repairing reserves, road reserves, a lot, all because whereas we know it's wrong, we don't respect those controls. A lot of clients require such a person so that you can break all the laws. It's for us to tell them, no, I come to the training. Unless we train these young professionals, future architects, in those principles, they'll be influenced by the clients, most of whom want to make money. That's one aspect. We must tell the clients, the architects, there are do's and don'ts. We teach architects the principles of planning, standards, whatever, all the way to doing the passing of the exams, the board registration. They pass in flying colors, but when they get out, they find something different in the real life. That's where we get all these problems. Now, that has got to stop, and the way to stop it is to start at the training level, right? We've fallen short of all of that, and I can tell you, not one school of architecture in this country has been able to overcome that. The graduates we pass through are good, well trained, they keep the law, professionals, but out there, the story changes all over. They then join the craze for money. NIT has been in existence for over 4 years, and one of my principles is to put those values back to the student, all the way to the professional. We take our students direct from high school. We take them through, and they go all the way to graduate Jomo Kenyatta. Now, One of the principles we emphasize here is train them in honesty, hard work, that they can learn from their mothers at home and the society. But the professional discipline starts here. I would like to urge the profession and other institutions that are in charge of our training to uphold those values, from the universities to board of registration, AAK, everybody, so that we can reclaim the glory of this profession. If we do not do that, I'm sorry, we are lost. Already, I dare say, we're in a lot of trouble. You don't get one single shining architect in this country. You don't get rewarded for your good design. You have a lot of good designers. But stop and wonder why all the big prestigious jobs are done by foreign architects. Clients are turning to foreign architects, foreign contractors. We've been independent for a long time now. We've got big schools. We are supervising a lot of things, but the society has lost confidence in us. They don't appoint us. They know you are corrupt. They know you can't supervise a job well. Contractors now look down on us because we cannot control them. The result is we are slackened, and you depend on contractors to guide you on site because you didn't think the detail you needed, the detail you learned at school can be implemented. You're in a hurry to get the job done and get your money. You go to site, the contractor is in control because you don't know how to detail. The result is the contractor will take advantage of your client. Maybe you join him in getting the money, but this is not what the profession is all about. And at this rate, I'm afraid we're going to lose it all. Let's join together, all of us, offer good training, academic, practical, and follow it on. Then the society will have confidence in us. You can always pull out a design out of the internet, be it whatever, but unless you know how to practically put it on, implement it, is of no value. And you get better satisfaction, your design, implementation, supervision as a total thing because you, as an architect, you're wholesome in all aspects. So let's try to train our young people to be professional architects like you used to. In my younger days, we didn't have corners. We did what was right, and we learned a lot. And there's still a lot of us out there, but we're being dragged into this lucrative, quick solution thing, which is really sad. We are doing a lot of disservice to our young people. You can see them in here, very keen, very happy, and they work very hard. But when they complete the training, they then know there are better ways of making money than being honest and everything like that. So really my urge now to my fellows is to mentor these people well, the profession to go back to where we should be, teaching these young people what it takes to be an architect, responsible to the development of this country. Thank you very much indeed.